Welcome back, guys, to my channel. In this very short video, we'll learn how to make this simple dress, this simple pleated dress, okay, with the belt at the back. The belt is actually optional. It has a zipper at the back, and it's really simple, just beginner friendly and straight to the point. So I'm going to show you how to cut this. So let's get right into the tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Okay, so now we're going to cut the front first. I folded my fabric into two, get my starting point line, and then I'm going to root it. That is where I'm going to start my measurements from, which is my shoulder line, right? I'm going to now mark out my shoulder measurements. That is half of my shoulder measurement plus ½ inch seam allowance. I'll mark it there. So I marked 7.5, and then from there I'll come down by 1 inch, which is for my shoulder slope. From my shoulder slope I'll mark the chest line, okay, which is also going to serve as the armhole line. So you'll mark it, and then I'm going to just rule a straight line just to enable me create the armhole curve, right? Then from my shoulder line I'm going to mark my waist line, which is 17 inches. Then mark my hip line, right? So in this case, our pleat is going to start somewhere on our hip line, okay? Now usually my hip line I'm going to mark 8 inches, but then I marked 9 inches, and I'm going to add an extra 1 inch to it. So I marked a total of 10 inches. So from my shoulder line to the hem before the pleats, I marked a total of 27 inches. Here I was debating if I should do 26 or 27, but I eventually did 27, right, which is a total of 10 inches, right? Sorry, ordinarily I'll mark 8 inches from my hip line, but I did 10 inches. That is from my waistline to my hip line, 10 inches. Then from my shoulder all the way down, I marked 27 inches. Okay, so I marked 27 inches because that is where I want the pleating to start from. So from 25 inches to 27 inches is very okay, depending on the height of the person. Okay, so as you can see, I'm marking a new line there, which is 27 inches. That means I'm going to that is where my pleating is going to start. Now the length of the actual dress is actually 37 inches. Okay, that means the length of my pleats will eventually be 10 inches. That is when you remove 27 inches from 37 inches. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my neck width. So I did a neck width of 3.5 by 3.5. You can do 3 by 3 as well, depending on what you want. You can even make it higher if you want it really high, right? So I marked out my neck width, my neck, and then my armhole curve. Then on my chest line, I did my bust circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch ease allowance and 1.5 inch seam allowance. Now I added 1 inch ease allowance because it's a free dress, it's not supposed to be tight. I did the same thing for my waist, a quarter of my waist circumference plus 1 inch ease allowance and 1.5 inch seam allowance. Okay, same thing on my hip area, which is the hem line before the pleat starts, a quarter of my hip, right, plus 1 inch ease allowance and 1.5 inch seam allowance. So you mark everything out, and then I'm going to connect the points from my bust, to my waist, to my hip. Okay, so now you've gotten your basic bodies. Okay, what you need, this is what we will need. I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to use this to cut the back. Now to get this the how long your pleats, that is the fabric you need for the pleats, you're going to multiply your hip by 3. So I multiplied the hip of the measurement I'm working with by 3. That is the actual length that I use. Now when I'm cutting, I'm going to add half-inch seam allowance on my shoulder, as you'd see, like so. We have the front ready. I'm going to use this to cut the back. Now the only difference from the back, from the front and the back, is that the back is going to have a zipper allowance. Yeah, so you're going to just put another fabric and place the front on it and make space for the zipper allowance, and then the neck width is for the back is going to be like higher. That's the difference. Now as you can see, I've placed my front on top of this one I folded, and I made space for my zipper allowance at the center back. Now another thing I do for the back is I like to contour the waist area at the center back, just to eliminate a lot of eliminate bulging. Now like I said, for the neck width of the back is going to be higher, so I just made it come up higher. Instead of using 3 inches or 3.5 like I used for the front, I'll can use 2 inches or 1.5 depending on how high you want it. Now another thing I do, like I said, is to just draw out this waistline all the way to the center back, and then I'll come on there and I'll measure half-inch inwards. I'm sorry if you can't see it properly, but I was measuring half-inch inwards, and then I'll connect it with the slant to the hem, and then with another slant to the chest line. That is why I'm marking out the chest line to the back. Connect it like this so that it creates this little curve at the back, so that it follows the shape of your back or your spine. You know, our back is kind of curved inwards. Okay, it helps to kind of eliminate that bulge you see sometimes at the back. So I've done that. I'm going to just cut this out, as you can see. So guys, if you've watched up to this point and you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please, what are you waiting for? It's absolutely free. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your post notification so that each time I post a video you get notified. All right, these things are absolutely free. It's just a way to help your creator. All right, thank you so much for watching. Now I'm going to cut out the parts that I marked out there, that slant at the center back, and that is all for the cutting of the front and the back. I go ahead and cut a facing because I'm going to be facing it. If you want to use a bias tape to pipe the neckline, it's up to you, but I'm going to be using a facing to turn the neckline. So just go ahead and cut a facing for the front and the back. And then once I'm done cutting the facing, go ahead and join the shoulders, join the sides, and then like I told you, for the pleating, the quantity of fabric I need, I multiplied my hip by 3 to get the length that I will need to pleat once I've joined the front and the back. So here I'm trying to just fold a piece of fabric to cut for the facing. So this is the front. This is how I'm going to cut my facing. If you don't know how to, this is how to cut your facing. You just fold the piece of fabric into two and trace out the neckline like this. Then make sure that you have about 3 to 4 inches as the width of your facing all the way to the shoulder, right? So something like this, you will use it and turn the neckline. It's neater when you use a facing instead of a bias tip to pipe. Okay, I also do the same thing. It's basically the same way to cut for the back. I'll do that. And here I have joined the shoulders, turned the neckline with my facing. See how neat it is. Use the face to cover the zipper at the back. After I joined my zipper, I also joined the sides. Now this is the fabric I'm going to be using to pleat on the hem. I'm going to pleat it, and I'm going to now attach my sleeves, my short sleeves, and voila, that's basically it for this tutorial. It's pretty easy, beginner friendly tutorial, and just a simple dress to make. Now this is my sleeves. I've already cut out. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my sleeve opening, then pleat the hem, pleat this, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I was done pleating, and I also attached a belt at the waist. Is optional, but it just helps to cinch the waist if you want the waist cinch. So you just tie the belt at the back so that it cinches your waist a little bit. So this is what it looks like after I was done. Yeah, like I said, it's really simple and straightforward tutorial, guys. I hope it's simple enough and straightforward and you found it helpful. Please, if you did, hit on the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.